Well, I'm going through a really nasty divorce. My husband left me just because I didn't want to move during sex. So I've got 3 kids. I'm a single mom with 3 kids, and it's just awful. I'm breaking spirits left and right just all day long. My oldest one's the most messed up because he's been around me the longest. I don't really know what he's going to do with his life. I'm really worried about his future. I just bought him one of those race car beds just to kind of prepare him for the future when he has to sleep in his car. Like the dumber someone is, the sweeter they are. Like, he is so sweet. The other day he asked me to marry him, and I was like, oh my God, honey, no. I had to gently explain to him. I was like, honey, you're never going to be able to marry mommy. And he was like, why? And I go, because you're never going to make enough money. He was so sad. He was like, so you're saying that nobody's ever gonna want to spend their life with me? I was like, maybe. If you could do something about that heinous lisp. It's hard, like, I used to think I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but now I can't because my kids are always there. Because they say it takes a village to raise a child, but they don't, tell you where the village is. I just want to drop them off somewhere. Just give them back, all done. I always want you to take them places, too. They're like, we take us to Build-A-Bear. We want to go to Build-A-Bear. I didn't even know what Build-A-Bear was. I thought it was like a gay gym or something. I was like, ask your Uncle Tanner to take you there. He loves that place. I take him to the park a lot because it's, easy to pretend like you're a good mom at the park if you just kind of look up from your phone every 20 minutes and just be like, careful, buddy. I'm always at the park, and it drives me crazy. I have to invent games for myself just to keep from going crazy. I have this one game where I'm just like, Brayden! Just to see how many white kids with boring parents turn around. No, I was raised by my little Mexican grandma, and she cared about rules, but not parenting rules. I pretty much could do whatever I wanted, but there were certain rules she wanted me to follow,
Mijita, wear some red lipstick and do your hair and push yourself up and wear high heels. Come on, who's gonna want you?
I was 7. She had all these little sayings, she was always like,
dance like nobody's watching.
And I kind of half listened, I parent like no one's watching. She was like,
you gotta live your life every day like it's your last.
Which I think is why I'm just super depressed all the time. I've been cutting myself. I mean, not anything serious, just my bangs and stuff. No, but I really think I've been drinking in front of my kids a little too much because we went to Disneyland a week ago, and my daughter saw Captain Hook, and she was like,
Mommy, look, it's Captain Morgan.
I feel like I'm depressed because I'm kind of falling apart, I can't see anything anymore. I just bought a selfie stick, not to take selfies, but just to read my text messages. Yeah, I mean, people used to flirt with me. I can walk by construction sites with ease now. I comfort myself by saying it's the Me Too movement. I'm like, they're just afraid. They want to harass me, but they just can't. The vatos have my back, though. The vatos will still harass you when you need it. I was walking into a liquor store, these young group of guys 19, 20 years old. He was like, damn, miss, you're fine as fuck. And I was like, what? Oh my God. I was like, I'm 45. And he was like, 45? Nuh-uh. And I was like, oh, I was so thirsty and empty inside. I was like, how old how old did you think I was? He was like, I don't know, 41. My ex didn't pay any attention to me either. He was terrible. He was one of those people, I would send him these really nice text messages, and instead of saying okay or all right, he would just write K, just the letter K. And what I learned about those people is that they are just super busy being assholes. I should have never even gone out with him because when he asked, I almost didn't say yes. He asked me out, but he was a guy that rode his bike all the time. And I was like, ugh, he's one of those healthy people. But then it turned out he just had a DUI. So I was like, okay, let's get married. But he wasn't even an alcoholic. He just had really bad social anxiety. Couldn't even come to our house. We couldn't have people drop by or anything like that, And I mean, it was so bad. I couldn't even tell him a knock-knock joke. If I was like, knock, knock, instead of saying, who's there? He would just lay down and hide behind our couch until I went away. He also had OCD, but it was this weird selective OCD. One time I used his toothbrush and he was like, oh my God, is that my toothbrush? You're using my toothbrush? He freaked out. And I'm like, this is the same guy that's been trying to eat my asshole for 6 years. I'm going to say something that's not a popular thing to say, but I did not rescue my dog. I bought my dog. I'm sorry. But like my ex-husband was a rescue and he was nothing but problems, you know? But I do have a great dog. She's a pit bull. She's adorable. Her name is Babyface. I named her after her favorite snack. No, she's great. She's not violent. I mean, she bites my mom, but it took me like 3 months to train her to do that. Though my mom is terrible. She's a terrible person. She comes over all the time and like, you know, she kind of pairs her phone with my Bluetooth speaker and just plays her music at us. My mom's music is like this aggressively homosexual Michael Bolton music. It's like, his love heals all my wounds and his love makes me complete. I'm gonna worship him forever, use my hair to wash his feet. And I was like, holy shit, this guy's super into his boyfriend. Yeah, you guessed it. His boyfriend's Jesus. I was like, oh yes, mother loves the God rock. She loves the God rock. And she's just like a horrible person, but she's like repackaged it as this born again Christian. So she likes to say things like, I'm not perfect, but you know what? I'm forgiven. And it's like, well, yeah, but not by me. She's always telling people that Jesus loves them. And I'm pretty sure that Jesus only likes her as a friend. She's like, Jesus loves you. I'm like, Jesus tolerates you. She's a horrible gossip too, but now she's like the head of the prayer chain, so it's like, okay. She calls, I get these messages from her, she's like,
one unheard message. First unheard message.
Hi, babe, it's Mom. Listen, you need to keep Ted and Carol in prayer because, you know that intern he hired from Puerto Rico or Guatemala or wherever it is? Because in my mom's mind, Guatemala and Puerto Rico are like super close together. Well, you know how in the Bible it says that the day of Pentecost, they were all in one accord. Well, they were caught in his Honda Accord doing their business on church property. It's disgusting. Anyways, so keep them in prayer, babe. Call me back. Bye. Not to be racist, but sometimes I hate the human race, just like people. And they love me, like they're just attracted to me. They want to be near me, they want to talk to me. I was in a public restroom recently, all by myself, and this little old lady came in and just sat like in the stall right next to me. And I'm like, okay, all right. Well, all of a sudden I heard her go, hi. And I was like, hi. And she goes, what you doing? I was like, I'm just like pooping, I guess. I don't know. And she was like, do you mind? I'm on the phone. I told my friend that story and she was like, you answered her? Why? Why did you answer? And I was like, I don't know. I said, and I think the reason that it was that I've always wondered what my vagina would sound like if my vagina had a voice, and it was that voice.
You know, just kind of rugged and sassy, you know. She just seen a few things and she wants to talk about it.